Atlanta is the only place that I know where this whole multiple dating thing is accepted. Right? I'm not saying that people don't cheat in other places, because they do. But here, it's okay if a man says, I'm going to date you, Chanel, you, D, you, Nikki, and you either deal with it or you can move on. Like, that's how they approach it now. Like, yeah, I'm dating her, you know, and that's what I'm doing. You can either be cool with it or you can, and they're okay saying that. I don't do casual dating. Yeah. That's why I don't understand the multiple dating. So, okay, you went out on a date with me tonight, and I'm going to run into you tomorrow at the movie, and you're going to be with Sarah. What? So what am I supposed to say when I see you? Do I just walk by you? Do I speak to you? Do I acknowledge?
I say this because I love you, but stop getting scammed with those business conferences, real estate investing, $10,000 courses, finesse fest. And I already know I'm pissing some people off, but what's new? So anyway, I say that because I spent a lot of money, and not just on the meeting itself, but to travel to go to these meetings. And I would say 95% of them were a complete waste of money. You're doing the right thing. You're trying to invest in yourself. You're trying to learn some things so you can grow as an individual, grow your business, whatever the case is. You get there, everyone is dressed up, cute, taking pictures. Okay, cool. You go in there with your pen and paper ready, because you're going to write down all these gems. They end up being rocks. And here's the thing. They're doing this as a money grab, to be real with you. Not only are they making the money from you, but they're making money from the vendors that are trying to market their business.
Did she just say it's a money? It ends up being rocks? Oh, girl, she nailed it. She nailed it. Come on.
It's just a big money grab. And I peeped game a long time ago. You're thinking that you're going to get some information to actually use and grow your business. No, you're going to get a motivational pep talk. You could have saved your money and did something else with it. So I'll leave you with this. Number one, most of the stuff is on YouTube. You have to sit down and really research. A lot of the things I paid for, I ended up finding for free, to be real. Number two, those meetings are great for networking. That was the best part of it. I met so many wonderful people that I end up needing their services or whatever. Build that network and go there for those reasons. That makes sense. And lastly, I'm not saying to not work with those people. I ended up buying courses from a lot of them that were completely worth the money. It's just those conferences, they're fluff, you know? So just be careful.
You know, and that's what some people don't realize. With that Invest Fest wasn't designed, when I looked at it, to be like an in-depth deep dive into how to invest in real estate. It was really meant to highlight certain key things going on at that time, to bring to your attention certain things that you should know and probably do additional studying and research for if you're going to go in that area, to introduce you to some of the players that are in that space, some of the players that are in that space. And some of them have courses, some of them have programs and communities. And I truly believe now that's one of the best ways to learn. I'm a part of about three communities. An AI community, which is dope, and it helps me with a lot of my automation. A real estate community. Even in the real estate space, as an agent, I'm still involved in investor communities. And what's dope about most of these communities, they're online. So you find a community that you like, connect to it, you do the live streams, all those different things. I truly believe if most of those communities are like $50, $15, $20 to join at most, right? I got a lot of stuff from out of there. The key is, y'all think somebody's just going to come and give you everything. You don't learn unless you execute and then iterate on what you learned. And keep iterating on it, switching up on it, adjusting on it, because even unless you're buying a franchise, your particular business may actually be completely different from other type of businesses that are similar to yours.
Hey, and don't be in that gym and you think that woman looking at you. She not. I don't care what it look like. I don't care if y'all made eye contact. Especially if she doing leg day. She just delirious from the last set. She not looking at you. Don't go there, man. Shorty looking at you. How you doing? Boy, ill.
Just because I don't want to buy a house like you did or invest into real estate like you did, that means I don't have money or I can't afford it. No, I don't want to follow the American dream. Buy a house, take out loans, buy a car, pay your debt off. I don't want to do that. Is something wrong with that? Why are y'all mad at me because I don't want to follow the system? You can't get mad at people who don't want to follow the same path that you on. Because even if we do follow the path, all you're going to do is brag and say, oh, I've been doing this for 5-10 years, or my first property. And I'm going to buy a house eventually. I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to purchase a home. I'm going to buy land. I'm going to get into real estate. But It doesn't have to be here. Why do y'all feel like everything has to be done here? Like America is the best at everything. It's countries that's going to develop in the next 5 to 10 years way better than America has ever done. America's class. Finished. Done.
I don't believe that. I'm so far from off. I'm not going to say America's perfect. We got our problems in this country too, but it's not going to be like crushed, done, and completed. Remember when, I don't know if some of y'all can remember this, bro. Look, I'm probably going to date myself. I don't know. I may. I look good for my age though. Don't get it twisted. And you need to say you look good for your age too. Don't hate me. I'm just telling you. Remember 2000 when it was like on the brink of 99? Some of y'all may know, some probably won't. Remember 1999 going into 2000. They said everything was going to shut down. They said once computers hit 2000, there was going to be some virus that released because the computers can't go over 2000. See, these are the types of lies and deceptions I tell people don't listen to them. I don't say buy real estate in America or buy real estate here because it's some great deal. Honestly, it's based on the individual. For me, real estate was great for making money through transactions and house hacking for equity, not for having 50 rentals here, 10 rentals here, 20 rentals. We aspire to those things. There's great, but do you want to do the work for it? Honestly, I don't want to work it. I know I've had rentals before, and when you have a tenant that reaches out to you, or even a property manager that kind of scams you or takes more money from you than they should be taking. Oh no. You kind of start thinking this stuff through, like, man, I know this dude's got 50, but really what's going on? What's working and going on in that 50 properties he's managing? You know, what does his life look like? And this is real talk. I'm telling you. That's why I say a lot of people are just imitators. You're not originators. You see it and you just go follow it. You don't even think it through. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not even badgering or beating you up. Because the reality of it, all of us have gone there. We go through that place and then we find out, damn, tricks are for kids. Oh no. Like, you find out that it worked great for him, but it doesn't work good for you like that. You probably need to do something just a little bit different. And I'm a believer, that's why I put the community together, that when you have a real good sense of who you are, you do these business deals, all this stuff a little bit more different, you know? So you can take your eyes off of looking at people and just know that you have a unique path for you in this space of real estate. If that's what you're endeavoring to do, stop imitating them. Take the information and look and say, God, you know, how do you want me to roll this out in my life? What's the best way for me to do this?
What's going to get better in the next 5, 10 years? The next president that come in going to mess everything up. And before y'all get on here and comment and say, oh, he don't want to own that because he don't have no money, bro. I took 20 flights in 6 months. Do the math. Just do the math, bro. You know, I hate social media because I could have showed y'all my lifestyle 2, 3, 4 years ago. The Mercedes, when I was traveling, when I had all these clothes, shoes, jewelry, I could have showed y'all everything, but I didn't care about social media. So now that I got a little bit of wisdom and I'm trying to learn and do this and do that, I've been good. I've been well off. And if we being honest, I was more broke trying to live the American dream. As soon as I left America, that's when money changed for me. And the reason why I'm telling y'all don't buy a house is because if you're in a situation where obviously you can buy a house or you can wait on it, just wait. Don't feel like you need to do it right now. If you can go somewhere and network and get experience, do that first, because that can bring money. So my honest advice is, if you don't need a house, don't buy it. You can wait, develop yourself, figure out how to make real money, use the internet to make money, travel, and stay close to God. That's it. Bro.
And I do think, I'm going to add this in on them. If you do it like that, then you're going to realize that real estate it's not so much about it being a path for wealth, but you jumped in, you created a business that generates cash flow, because you need cash flow in real estate, bro. I'm going to tell you, don't let these people tell you can buy this stuff with no money down. I've done it multiple ways. You need cash, okay? You need money. But the exciting, coolest thing to do is to wholesale, is to become an agent. If you want to be so close to property, do that. And you'll find out how to sell You'll learn so much about the properties, about real estate, and then from there you can determine, hey, bro, do I want to be the biggest property owner in the Southeast region or whatever you endeavor to do? If I want to add 5 or 6 properties onto my portfolio, homeboy's not lying. And I think we over glamorize it. We make it all this big thing, this level of achievement, when it takes multiple skill stacking to actually be great in the space. Selling is a skill. Investing is a skill. All of that, presentation is a skill. Like, how do I present, bring it? All those things are skill. Connecting with people, developing those relationships, all those are skills. We ran into it so fast at InvestFest and some of these other places. We got so excited. Nobody told you got to build a skill, and that's going to require you. Sometimes you do it, and then and then you iterate on what you do, and then you become better and better, and then you grow from there. The skill gets stronger, and you're able to identify, I wouldn't mess with that house. Look at that spot right there. That's a foundation. And then you don't have to keep calling these people to keep telling you things that, and they looking at it and using you. They're like, oh yeah, I can come out and show you what that's like, because you just looking to them. It's a lot of stuff on the internet that you can learn from, bro.
At the end of the day, all this stuff is temporary. We can't take anything with us, but we still have one life to live. So if you want freedom, strive for it. Figure out how you have to do it. Because like I said, money is the tool to do good or bad. So if you're really trying to make money to take care of your family and, have the experience, you got to sacrifice. Don't do what everybody does. Real estate is always going to be there, but it doesn't have to be the first option. First option should be to make money, real money, create a business. So then later on, you can take some of that and invest back into real estate. Some of y'all go straight into real estate, taking out loans, getting in debt.
Man lion.
Yeah.
When you have something in the hand, he will kill you.
But anything?
If you don't have anything, he just look at you and he just go.
Okay, but if I
And
have
a
my
woman,
phone.
if it's a woman,
Yeah.
elephant, the lioness, you don't have anything in the hand or you have anything in the hand, he kill you. She kill you.
Okay, so she's dangerous.
Number 1 in killing
Okay.
is the lioness. And the lion himself, the man, he doesn't do anything.
Okay.
The woman, she's the one, she brings food to the family.
Something I wish somebody would have told me before I moved to Atlanta is the amount of discernment I need to have when it comes to networking and connecting with different people. A lot of people in Atlanta are not who they say they are. And I'm not even saying that to be funny. I'm being so for real. Like, moving here really made me understand why the Bible says you have to measure people by their fruit. Because a lot of people will claim to be successful, or they'll talk themselves up to be more than they actually are. And the more you talk to them and the more you discern and use the Holy Spirit, you realize, like, oh wait, you're actually not that. You're lying. Of course, this can happen anywhere, right? But I'm just saying, I've lived in Atlanta for 6 years and I've experienced this myself so many times. And there are so many people who do not have discernment and who do not have wisdom that are getting tricked. Why are you buying somebody's ebook about social media growth when they have not even proven to have grown anyone's social media, let alone theirs?
They don't have a channel. You look at them, their followers is 200. You got all these things that's out here that they throwing at you because they learned this one little technique. I agree with her. I sympathize with her. I've done it before. I'm never going to bash y'all because I'm going to tell you honestly, I was just like her. But I was doing exactly what she said don't do. I thought I needed to be at this conference. I needed to have this person mentoring me. I thought I needed this coach. Oh my God, he needs $5K to do it. I got to go run a deal. If I can run a deal, get 10, I can pay him 5, and I got 5 where I can use for marketing. People think like that. And because it's so, it draws you into a point where you think that if you do exactly what they do, you'll get exactly what they get. And that's a lie. I think that's the biggest lie. People say, well, you make a cake and you get like this. Even that cake is off a little bit. Even as you do that, you're learning how to follow that recipe and you may imitate it, but that cake ain't going to become a great cake until you actually start putting your foot in it. You know how grandma used to put her foot in that cake?
Congratulations. Well
yeah,
done.
You know what I'm saying? That was the recipe that kept iterating, and it may have started off one way when she did it, but after she did it a couple times, and then the grandmama did it, and then mama did it, auntie did it, the next thing you know is a different type of recipe. Same foundation, just a different type of flow. It fits that family and how they like to eat cake.
Or why are you paying somebody to mentor you who does not even have a successful business themselves? Like, it's little stuff like that
You got to test them fruits, especially when it comes to investments. And even if it's not money, time is still money. Do not invest your time into somebody who's not who they say they are. Like, where I'm from, people are real enough about who they are and what they got going on. They're not going to try to put up no front and make it seem like they live in a type of lifestyle or doing the type of business that they're not actually doing in real life. But when I started encountering people like that in Atlanta, I'm just like, what? Is it the hustle culture? Like, I truly don't understand. It's like this thing where they want to have more pull than they actually do. And it don't make sense to me.
It make perfectly good sense to me. It made perfect sense to me. Everybody want to be important. See that video I did about everybody in Atlanta's a celebrity? Everybody is Atlanta. They're a celebrity. Everybody got to be famous. The reason they got to be famous because it fits for some, and that's not all people, but it's a good amount. It's a good amount. It satisfies some type of lacking that you have in you. Like, you need to have that level of attention. That makes you whole. That makes you complete. You feel like you have purpose now. You feel like, hey, people are watching me. They're paying attention to me. Man, get into Patreon. I'm going to tell you, that's all a lot of bullshit, bro. It is. It is. It's dealing with that insufficiency inside of you that you're trying to project to other people as being confidence, but you never dealt with that issue inside of you to establish real confidence. For real.
Why did I just learn today that women are 90% emotional? So when they're telling you how they feel, they don't want you to necessarily help them at that moment. They just want you to hear them. Why didn't nobody tell me that?
And one thing that has been pissing me off lately, quite literally, is the amount of young to middle-aged black males that reach out to me pretending like they want to work with me and then later saying they want to date me, whether it be our first conversation, like after we've already decided to put in an offer or whatever. They keep pretending like they want to work with me, but the truth of the matter is they want to date me or sleep with me.
Got it!
If that is your intention when you reach out to me about seeing a property or me becoming your realtor, please refrain from reaching out. And shame on any other realtors that are just out here sleeping with clients to get the deal. That's cool if that's what you want to do, I guess, whatever. But I'm the wrong person to look to for that to occur.
You have 3 showings?
She said, I'm the wrong person to look to for that to occur. Y'all, some people really don't realize how true this video is, because I know so many dudes who have tried to sleep with like female realtors that I know, and they'll lie and be like, hey man, can you meet me out at the house? Yeah, I'm pre-approved for $500,000. And you get out there, homie, show me the pre-approval, which is the worst thing. I always ask them to send it before I even get out there. Show me the pre-approval. I think I left it at home. But can you show me the house? No, homie, you got to sign right here. And if you sign right here, I need to see the pre-approval. Oh, okay. Well, tell me, where do you live? How long you been in the market? Hello, you look better in person than you do in your pictures. Are you married?
Oh no.
Yo, I don't hate on it. I don't hate on it because it's some of y'all that will bust it wide open for a real one. Y'all do it.
Realtors that are just out here sleeping with clients to get the deal. That's cool if that's what you want to do, I guess, whatever. But I'm the wrong person to look to for that to occur.
Story time on how I lost a real estate client because another agent slept with him. I was showing my client houses. We got the first house, we got the second house, and we were in the transition of getting the third house. And I was like, yes, I'm in my bag. But then I remember I saw a story and I saw my client in a brand new house, beautiful by the way, in Beverly Hills. So immediately I pick up the phone and call and say, hey, are you in a new house? Did you get a new house? And he said, yes, I did. And I was like, okay, how did that happen? We were looking at properties for the last almost 3 months. He was like, well, about that. So I ended up going with this other agent because, yeah, she put out, Persia, you are an amazing agent. You work hard. But there's certain agents like this one. How do you think she gets most of her deals? This is the first time that something like this has happened to me, or I don't move forward with a client because they want things outside of real estate. So it was very disheartening. I remember crying. Moral of the story, don't change your morals and values because someone else doesn't have them.
You have 3 showings?
We have 3 showings this week. and we need someone to be there to let us in, minus the drama.
Wait a minute. Let me get something clear with you, Mel, because I really don't want this thing to escalate. And by no means am I taking this out on you, so don't let my passion and my voice be taken as me being confrontational with you. Wait a minute. I live here. There's no showing, Mel. I live here. That woman can't put my house up. I don't. There's got to be something in which she's got to have my permission to put the house up for sale. This is ridiculous.
Well, all I can tell you is maybe you should obtain an attorney, let them know what's going on, maybe put a stop on the sale. But for right now, the house is on the market, and we have 3 showings this week.
Real estate is not passive income because you don't know how to set it up right. This is what nobody tells beginners. First off, your tenants. Like, bro, they're not there to pay and stay. Late payments, complaints, turnovers, that shit is all a part of the game. And if you go in thinking that, oh, I'm just get tenants and run up a bag, yeah, you're gonna be fucked. Comment Cyan, I'll send you my first time investor's guide. Next up, maintenance. Something will always fuck up. AC, roof, plumbing, the tenant got a dog that's chewing your fucking walls and shit. And if you're not prepared, your profits are gonna disappear.
There's some shit I wish I would have learned or known before I
the profits will go faster than you think, bro. And I've had it before. I had deals that I started and I lost. We started with the end of a certain number in mind, and then the market goes like this, and then they go, and then you like on a roller coaster going, oh, why the hell did I even choose this freaking single family? Why the hell I choose this townhome? Oh no! And you like, and it stops right there, like you in Six Flags, and imagine just sitting down like this, inverted, and you're steering. You're like, oh shit, I'm gonna fall. That's how it feels when you adjusting that number, and you're like, damn. All that profit, your heart is beating like, stop, let me off. And some of y'all not ready for that because it will break. If your mind isn't right, if you're not settled in your spirit, and this is why I see a lot of people start suing people and acting this type of way in real estate, because y'all not settled in your spirit about the outcome before you even get in the outcome. And a lot of times we understand it's going to be wins, it's going to be losses. And I would actually move a little bit differently just with some of these newfound confidence and experiences I have, you know? But, you know, some of y'all just like that. And y'all think it's supposed to work out perfect. Man, when that thing have you pissing in your pants and you waking up at night, you're like, oh, shoot. I put 50,000 into this thing, and I got people I owe, and people that want to buy, and people that trust me. Look, your life changes, bro. That's why the best advice I could tell people in this real estate space: do the shit by yourself. Have all those feelings and emotions by yourself, because the worst thing is having those feelings and emotions when the rug gets slipped underneath you, and then you got somebody talking to you and telling you, "Where's my money?" Because they don't want to do that. They just want to give you the money and they think it's going to grow like you, their financial manager. That's why I don't fuck with y'all. That's why I don't do none of that. That's why. Because I see it coming. I've seen it. Hell no, y'all ain't get me to that shit.
I'm a real estate agent. I'm not about to sugarcoat it. I'm going to give it to y'all real, raw, unfiltered. I'm going to say it exactly how it needs to come out. Because this industry can be smoke and mirrors if you let it be. First of all, you're going to spend way more money before you make any money. Marketing, gas, time, content, lock boxes, signs, all that shit adds up. You're not just selling homes. You're running a real life business. If nobody told you that, let me tell you now. If your money management is not right, real estate will drown you before it feeds you. Secondly, you're not going to get support from who you think you are. And if you do, kudos to you. Your friends might not let you sell them a house. Your family might not even believe that you know what you're even doing. People will watch your posts, like your stories, and still not call you, even when they know you're a realtor. But that doesn't mean you're not doing enough. It just means you haven't built your audience yet.
Right now,
that's why I said this market right now, if you ever wanted to get into real estate, I think this is the best time to do it. I know, with all the crap that I just told you before, I think this is the best time to do it. And you're talking to somebody who got in 2006. 2006. My first deal was a house that was going into foreclosure, and I had to help the guy who was my previous boss and owner of the company. Yeah, this joker called me up after he fired me too. Nigga, nigga called me up after he fired me, and I was running a 4:00 a.m. shift from 4 a.m. and I get a certain type of way every time I feel it. Y'all like, that nigga just playing. I really still do get a certain type of way because I was walking out of this hotel probably 3 months ago, and I saw my boss too. He got another, not my current boss, but the owner of the company I was a part of. And he running another company attached to a hotel. But I felt some type of way. This joker called me to save his house after he fired me. Oh no. Nigga, please. But I went because it was my very first deal and I need to make some money. Y'all crazy. I ain't got no emotion attached to that shit. Show me the check.
Not doing enough. It just means you haven't built your audience yet.
Right now, there are close to 40% of contracts being terminated in Metro Atlanta, which to me is disturbingly high. There's a lot of buyers walking away from houses for various reasons. Some are, I think, are legit. Others are not so legit. But I just wanted to say, if you're a buyer and you're under contract on a property in Atlanta and you're conducting inspections, there are some things that are very important that I think very much the seller should take care of if you find them during the inspections. These things are the roof, the electricals, HVAC, plumbing, structural issues, anything mold related. Those are items that 100% must be taken care of by the seller. Those are non-negotiables. Those are big ticket items. But the smaller things, like GFCI outlets that are missing in the bathrooms, doors that don't latch all the way, missing door stoppers, if the gutters don't have a downspout connector to divert water further away from the foundation, little things like that are like $10, $15, $25. Go to Home Depot, buy them after closing, call it a day. Right now, buyers are sending these laundry lists of repair requests to sellers. Sellers are like, what? Go pound sand. We're not doing these repairs. Buyers are terminating. I think buyers, and more importantly, their agents, need to educate them on what's important, what's not important. And if you have some issues with some of the smaller items, go back to seller and ask for a closing cost credit. They'll probably give you some money. You can do the repairs after closing and call it a day.
I'm going to freeze him right there. And that's enough with that. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you, he's right, but then he's wrong. And I used to think the same way that way traditionally as an agent. That's the out of the off the showroom floor statement right there. Yeah, you don't send them a laundry list. You have them take care of the major things. I'm like this. Wipe the floor with them motherfuckers right about now. Wipe the floor. Now, why you like Leon said, wipe the floor. I like watching Real Estate Lunchbox. Look, check this out. Okay, this is the science behind it. This is why I say it. One is not for in every situation. Two, if the property is going to fit the top 3 things that allow you to be able to now sell that property and not have any issues, and it's desirable, good school system, location, 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 do it. Wipe the floor with them. But if it's just a house and you like it, ask yourself the question, if I had to turn around and sell this house in the next 2 to 3 days, what's the driving factor that's going to make me sell it? To me, it's that simple. It's that simple. You think I don't know what I'm talking about? You think I'm playing with you? I done house hacked already. Plenty of houses. Bro, I'm house hacking a house I'm in right now. You ain't got to listen. That's true, you don't. You should go join the Patreon, though, because you'll hear my full rant concerning that, because I'm not going to go deeper into it. But at the end of the day, bro, it works just like that. It's all about the climate. Every climate is different, and this is just one of the climates. You can go get it.